Welcome to the Usage tab. From here you will find a selection of filters which allow you to visualise and understand your energy use like never before. Let's use our fictional brand London Lunches to explain how you can get the most from this tab. You'll see that the first view you are presented with is the overall brand view, where you can see a snapshot of the full London Lunches portfolio. As you'll see here on the right, London Lunches are a restaurant group with three main sites: Blackfriars Burritos, Chelsea Chicken and Putney Pizzas. By default, the energy usage graph shows an hourly view of the last 7 days. Each site you have access to is represented by a different colour, and if you hover over the bars, it will tell you the day and the hour you are looking at. For example, if we hover over the blue bars, you can see we're looking at Blackfriars Burritos. This particular hour is 5 till 6 p.m, and we can see that the site used 38.27 kilowatt hours during that period. You can see the orange bars are showing Putney Pizzas, and the purple bars are showing Chelsea Chicken. Using these buttons on the top right-hand side of the graph, you can switch from the kilowatt-hour view, represented by the lightning bolt, to look at either the CO2 produced by clicking this button here, or the monetary cost by selecting this cash sign here. When you hover back over the bars, the information displayed will change accordingly. The blue arrow underneath the graph to the right allows you to quickly navigate back to see the previous 7 days, the 7 days before that, and the 7 days before that, basically as far back as your data goes. The grey arrow on the right takes you forward again. You can also manually select any custom period in the top date selector. Underneath the graph, you can see we have the top sites section. With the top contributors view selected, this ranks all of your sites from the biggest energy consumers to the smallest. When you have usage kilowatt hours selected, this shows how many kilowatt hours were used over the 7-day period and what percentage of your group's energy use that represents. When you have cost GBP selected, this will change to display the cost. Bottom right of the screen, you will see the latest alert section. If you have rules created for each of your sites, this will show you which alerts have been raised in the last 7 days. Next up, let's look at how to dissect the information in the Usage tab more granularly on a site level. To start, simply select one of your sites from the drop-down. Let's use Putney Pizzas as an example here. By default, the view on the energy use graph is always an hourly view of the last 7 days, and the exact date range is written in grey just here. Each appliance is represented by a different colour and corresponds to the list on the right-hand side. You can see the day of the week and the time period across the bottom, and the cost in pounds on the side here. This means it is really easy to distinguish your daytime use from your nighttime use. If you hover over any of the colours on the graph, it will tell you which appliance it refers to, the date and time you are looking at, and how much that appliance cost you to run over that hour period. It also shows you that site's total energy use over the hour. On the top right-hand side of the screen, you have the same buttons that were present on the group usage screen, so you can toggle between the kilowatt-hour view, the monetary view, and the carbon output view. At the site level view, you also have the option to overlay temperature, so you can see what the outside temperature was at your site at all points across the last 7 days. This is really useful if, for example, you notice that your AC was costing you considerably more on Wednesday lunchtime. You can see whether or not this was linked to cooler outside temperatures. You can also identify if a site is using appliances like overdoor heaters unnecessarily on hotter days. On the right-hand side, you will see every appliance that we are monitoring which used energy over the time period you are viewing. You have the option to select and deselect any appliances you wish. For example, if we click this Deselect All Filters button, then all appliances will come off the graph. You can then select the appliances you're interested in viewing. If we now click this button, we can once again see all of your appliances. Next, let's look at the sections under the graph down here. On the left, we can now see your site's top appliances. This box will show the 5 appliances which use the most energy over the time period selected above. You will see in this example, the HVAC system uses the most energy of all appliances, contributing to nearly 17% of the total energy expenditure. As before on the Group tab, you can toggle between the cost view and the usage view. Here on the bottom right, you can see the latest alerts section. Again, if you have any rules set up, then on the bottom right of the screen, you can see which alerts have been triggered at this site. Now let's take a look at the top of the energy use chart and see how we can view a site's energy use across different time periods. So if you click this drop-down, you can choose to view other date ranges. Last 4 weeks will default to show your usage daily. Last 12 weeks and last 12 months will show your usage weekly. You have the option to change this segmentation using this drop-down. All these options allow you to easily spot trends and highlight possible cost savings. For example, on the 4-week view for Putney Pizzas, we can see that week commencing the 7th of October, the HVAC system used a lot more energy than other recent weeks. Now that the team are aware, they can look into why this might be and check to see if there is an issue. For example, perhaps the HVAC system has come off the timer. And it's as easy as that. You now know how to navigate the usage tab at both a group and a site level.